Today we're joined by Kaysi Curtin, Sandler trainer from Fresno, California. Before we get to Kaysi, though, we have a word from our sponsor. Today's sponsor is Larry the Pet Psychic. Studies show that 9 out of 10 pet owners have no idea what their pets are thinking. What's that all about? Call Larry.
Neva, did you just put an ad in our video?
Yeah.
A pet psychic?
Yeah.
With dogs and cats?
Well, he specializes in amphibians mostly.
I have no idea why I agreed to do this.
Kaysi, you have one of the most tremendous work ethics I've ever witnessed in the entirety of Sandler. Where does that work ethic come from?
What I think it comes from is at a very young age, I wanted some new basketball shoes. I wanted some Chris Webbers, the black ones, the purple on the side. And I went to my dad. I said, I need some new basketball shoes. He says, how much do they cost? I said, they're about $150 maybe. He says, okay, I'll pick you up at 5. 5 in the morning, he picks me up. All summer long, I go out to the ranch, my family farms, and I had to do everything from prune suckers off grapevines. Okay. I had to fertilize almond trees, put a hazmat suit on, actual fertilize almond trees. He even actually tried to get me to pull the weeds out of the cotton fields, which was way too hard for me to physically do. I physically could not do that. But everything else I did. End of the summer, got a check, $200. And those Chris Webbers weren't looking so hot for me anymore. I ended up getting like a $75, $50 pair of shoes. So I learned very young how much work it took me to earn that $200.
So, yeah, I love that story. And it also kind of brings up another question, which is you talked about the power of a dollar, learning the value of a dollar. So then at this point in time in your career, what motivates you?
A little bit of spite. And the reason I say that is because, being in sales for, 15, 16, 17 years now, I was Sandler trained prior to me even, buying the business. And I saw what it did for not only the company I worked for, but my career. And I was really good at what I did, right? So then I'm going, great. I got all this experience. Prior to me even buying the company, I had people that I really, really respected and told me, Kaysi, you're going to have to be 10 times better than anybody else in this room. And that fueled a little bit of me because not only did I have the Sandler background and the work ethic and knew I was going to be great, not only was I going to be good, I had to be 10 times better than everybody else. That's what got me here.
So in a different way, I can really relate to that. As a first generation Iranian American, half my family are doctors, half my family are scientists. And so my life script, and people would even say in my family, well-meaning, they would say, well, we're not salespeople. And so I probably had some spites in me as well to help motivate me because I'm gonna show you guys I can build the business of being an entrepreneur. So I love that. So what do you think some of the lessons that you've learned from the journey you've been on that has application in sales and leadership?
When we talk about in Sandler, we talk about conceptual problems versus, technical problems. Technical problem is when you just have no idea what to say or do. Okay. A conceptual problem is when you know what to do and you just don't do it. And that's business, right? Being a business owner, just like yourself, we're having to go out and do things sometimes that we don't want to do, just like, right, pruning suckers off the grapevine or fertilizing almond trees. Technically, of course, I could do it. Did I want to do it? No, I did not want to do it. Just like when it comes to prospecting and being, trying to grow your business, going out and having to do the hard work. You don't want to do it, but you're going to do it, right? You're going to grow your business. And I think that just holds for any business owner and anyone in our position or, looking to grow and be really good at their craft and honing in on what they do. It takes work. But conceptually, you technically could do it.
So I think that's so important. I think everyone's looking for like that secret sauce. And sometimes, there's a lot, you got to be technically good. We know that. We got to have good techniques. But a lot of time, it's just doing the things that other people are unwilling to do. So before we sign off here, Kaysi, Give me one behavior in sales or leadership you think is important for people to apply.
When we talk about cookbooks, right? And whatever it takes for you to be successful. Behaviors for me is making sure I'm in front of as many qualified prospects as I can. And I do that by holding executive briefings and free talks. But whatever that looks like in your world, as long as you have the right attitude, right? We talk about behavior, attitude, and technique. Your great mindset and attitude will get you to whatever behavior that you need to do to be successful. And so I think it all starts up here.
Yeah. So then attitude wise, what's like an attitude or affirmation that you tend to use to keep you focused, and maybe other people could focus as well?
I've recently had one of my coaches tell me to put everything into a question. So, how come every time I ask for a referral, I get one? Why does that happen to me all the time? Why am I so good at growing bottom line revenue for every client that I get on board? I'm constantly telling yourself that, I think, is extremely strong and extremely motivating. And I would absolutely encourage everyone to do it. You got to believe it. Right? You got to believe that you're good and that you're great and you will do good things.
I love it. And then last but not least, what is one technique that people can apply to sales or leadership?
Technique? God, you got to get your upfront contract down, right? I think being really good at having a clear mutual agreement between you and somebody else. Like, you told me this was going to be like 15 minutes and it's been like a lot longer than that. So not the best upfront agreement, but I think that's a huge technique that is really going to benefit everybody.
Touche, Kaysi, touche. All right. So with that in mind, Sandler Worldwide Shoutouts. We're bringing in Sandler trainers from around the world, getting their best practices, their behaviors, their attitudes, and their techniques. Kaysi, I get fired up every time we speak, so thank you for that. Those who are watching and listening, hope you learned something. Get out there, make it a great day, and hopefully sell something.